Please tell us a bit about yourself. What's your name and what do you think about the conference today?
Hey, nice to meet you. I'm Edward. I'm from TALENTA Private Limited. We are currently the largest blockchain consulting firm in Singapore. We also have one of the largest mining firms in China, and we're actually co-founding a tech service company next year.
Well, that's very interesting. What do you think about the future of security tokens?
Well, the future, to me, to be very straightforward, the future is still a bit uncertain. I'm actually kind of neutral about security token. Because right now there is a hype on security token. It has the potential to solve a lot of problems. Like with a security token, you actually have a better global liquidity for securities. You actually can implement programmability on the token itself. You're not just holding a paper security. And on top of that, it actually makes the entire fundraising process for the entrepreneurs so-called more democratized. So actually it has the potential to solve a lot of problems, but we also see a lot of challenges along the way. Right now infrastructure is still inadequate, there's no volume. You see all the companies are going for security token offerings. Actually, the issuance is basically either triple B or junk grade kind of bonds. So that could be a problem. The larger companies are still going for the IPO process, and government regulation is another major challenge. Without enough government regulations, this STO platform simply cannot kick off.
So you're actually going into the second question as I was going to ask. What do you think of the importance of a rating and governance in the STO ecosystem?
That's very, very important, because basically you are dealing with traditional securities. So rating itself must be done very, very carefully. Or you have to, you kind of have to stick to the level of Bloomberg, Reuters, in the traditional financial market. At the same time, government regulation is super important, because at the core of it, STO is still highly centralized. So, and to the government, they need to have certain control over security. Otherwise, it can become a tool for money laundering, other illegal activities. So, if the government cannot control it, they don't find a way to control it, they're going to kill it. And STO cannot take off that way.
Okay. So, what do you think are the most suitable assets for this form of tokenization?
Well, right now, a lot of people are talking about real estate, but I'm really looking at AAA grade. Company like Walmart, Huawei, Tencent. Of course, China is actually banning STO at the moment. But what I'm saying is that we need companies with better credentials. We need higher grade investment instrument to come into the space before we can say that it is really a suitable instrument for investment.
Okay, so that comes to my last question. What are the main centers for security token offerings in the world? Which one would you think is more suitable, like Asia, US, or Europe?
Well, at this moment it's very hard to say who is leading, because so-called leadership is still in the infancy stage in Thai industry. Malta is aggressively setting up a framework, but it's too aggressive. Nobody actually cares about it. US is having some guidelines, but I would say once the infrastructure is there, the industry proves its reliability and robustness. Countries in Asia actually can move very fast. Singapore government actually I believe wants to embrace STO. It's just that right now it's still too early. But once it's ready, I believe with the efficient governance, the regulation can kick in really fast. Hong Kong government actually is also conducting sandbox at the moment. They are a bit slower in the past in making decisions, but I believe they are also pursuing this area actively. Look at Asia. The total market size for junk bond itself is already more than 200 billion. So it's a very high potential market. And if you zoom in to Southeast Asia, this region actually has the most number of young people who are both tech savvy and represent future investors. So I think the future, there's a lot of future for STO in Asia if it takes off at all.
All right, so that'll be all. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for your interview.
Thank you.